All right, welcome back here, race fans. We're here for round two, the road course part of it, with the Corvettes at Watkins Glen. They'll be doing 45 minutes here. They are in warm-up right now. They got about less than 2 minutes left in warm-up. And we'll be ready to call the race here. Hopefully enjoy the show. Thanks iRacing for allowing us to broadcast up here. This is pretty cool. Thanks to special thank you and shout out to Mike Ouellette, chairman of the World Cup. Thank you for giving us a chance here to broadcast, and we appreciate that, man. It's really cool. This is a cool event. We've been live here pretty much all night long on MaxSpeedTV, but we're ready for the round two here. So thanks for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe, folks, and make sure you hit that like button on the video. All right, looks like that's going to wrap up warm-up here. We'll be moving on to the grid here in just a second. Get everybody lined up, let you know where everybody is starting. I apologize ahead of time if I may pronounce somebody's name wrong or something. I don't mean to. Just I don't know a lot of these drivers, so it kind of gives me a little bit of a chance to mess up their names, I guess. Let's see if we can get this run down through here and do it halfway decent. Starting on the pole, Rob Reed. Congratulations to him for grabbing the pole. Rico Altalio will start in second place. Joni Takinen in third. JJ Nylander in fourth place. Miko, I think it's Miko Pavelin in fifth place. Golly, man, I can't pronounce these names. Juso, Johnny in 8th place. Nicholas Degut in 9th place. Joni Hagner in 10th place. Miko Numeri in 11th. Mark Melcher in 12th place. Dave Hill starting in 13th. Karsten Wegerhoff in 14th. Temu Toika, I believe that is Toika, starting in 15th. Jonas Ernan in 16th. Marcus Pabenbrook in 17th. Jarno in 18th. Daniel Benefield starting 19th. Hannes Hansen in 20th. Bill Brown starting 21st. Mark Thompson starting 22nd. Jeffrey Price 23rd. Believe it is Rogan will start 24th. Joni Bachman in 25th. Simo starting in 26th, and that rounds out the field. All right, they are under conditions here. They will be starting here in just a moment, folks. Pretty good sized field here. 26 drivers taken to the grid. Aladalo. Riku Aladalo will be starting here on the point, getting everybody fired up and ready to rock and roll here in the Chevy Corvettes tonight, folks. 45 minutes is what they got to run. This is for round 2 of the qualifiers. Make sure you tune in next week. Here we'll be live on iRacing for the actual races. I will be covering the race at Atlanta, 100 laps at Atlanta in the Gen 6, and also the Corvette race at Imola. So you'll have to tune in next Saturday morning for that. Big field. We're just about around here, about ready to unleash them and get them going. Alatalo? Okay, my bad. Alatalo. Thank you very much. I mean, need a little more help with some of these names. I knew a couple of these from the last round there at Charlotte, but not all the guys come over here for the road courses. All right, here we go, folks. Ready to kick this off. Pace car's about ready to head to pit road. These guys laying back quite a ways, ready to get going. Out of the last turn, waiting on that green flag. And there they go, green, green, green. Boy, what a jump there by Rob Reed. Great jump for him. Up the hill they go, around the S, down the backstretch. No bus stop here today, folks. This is the full course. They will be doing the dog leg and the whole 9 yards. This is the big course. This is the one for the big boys. Challenge for the lead, Rico Alatalo. And not going to happen. Rob Reed holds him off. Little passing going on here. Back, Mark Melcher in 10th place. Still seeing some passing going on back here. These guys are going through the corners a little better in some of the corners. Big field. Got to be patient. Don't want to get spun. Don't want to wreck somebody. Don't want to hit side of them and make them lose concentration or lose traction. Rob Reed trying to come around to lead the very first lap of the race. They still got a few turns to go. As they come off of the dog leg and down to the regular track. Coming around here, leading the very first lap of the race could be Rob Reed. Rico right there with him. Out of the last turn, down the front stretch, Rob Reed leads the first lap of the race. So congratulations to him for grabbing that. That's always a prestigious thing in all of racing, I believe, leading that very first lap. But you got to lead all of them, too. Dave Hill in 16th. This looks like some good racing going on back here. Daniel Benefield in 17th. Field already getting pretty much spread out around this track right now. A little bit of side-by-side action going on. Mark Melcher and Miko side by side. Miko going to hold on to that position. On to the dog leg. Little downshifting going on in the turns, making sure they got the right gear to keep them RPMs up as they come out of the turn. Down this long straightaway here into another sharp right-hander. Next, they'll be looking at the hairpin, and Jonas drives on by. Mark Melcher drives it into the turn deep. Mark Melcher looking to back to the inside. It's going to be a drag race. He's going to have the line going into the turn here. He's going to make Jonas stay up on that high side to give each other plenty of room. Jonas going to hold on to that position. Mark Melcher trying the old crossover. Not going to happen. Good racing, Melcher. Nicholas back here in 13th position. Watching all this happen out of his windshield. Seeing what's going on just up ahead of him. Good racing up ahead of him. Back here another one, Marcus Pappenbrock. Pappenbrock in 18th. Dave Hill 19th. Pretty cool cars, I'll tell you. They're really racing it up hard. You're old and can't sleep, huh? Well, I can relate. Bill Brown, 24th. Jeffrey Price, 25th. And running out the back of the field here, Mark Thompson, well off of the pace. He is 28 seconds behind that leader. Not where you want to be, but the thing of it is he can race his own race. There is no cautions here. Local cautions only, folks. So they can run their own race. You can be a lap down and finish in 5th place, you know, if it all works out that way. Rob Reed. And all Rob Reed so far, he's led all 3 laps that they've turned. His front 4 has definitely put some distance on the rest of the field. JJ back here in 4th. T-Mew in 5th place, leading another small pack of cars here. Miko and Joni or Johnny. Might be Johnny. That's probably Johnny. Then it's a little way back further to, Juso back here. Another Johnny Hagner in 9th place. Nico Numri in Nurmi, I think it is, in 10th place. I'm really struggling with these names, guys. Any way you can help me out, I sure would appreciate it. There's a few I do know, but most of them I do not. I apologize, and I don't mean to butcher anybody's name, folks. Man, that's the last thing in the world I want to do. Way back to Dave Hill in 18th. Hans Hansen in 19th. Rob Reed has been up front for all the laps so far as he leads yet another lap. Up the hill and through the S here. Onto the backstretch. Long backstretch. Reach very high speeds. Probably the fastest straightaway on the track at the moment here. Reaching about 170 mile an hour going into the turn. Hard braking as they get ready to enter the dog leg. And the dog leg here. Hard braking again. Left-hand turn. Another short straightaway and a hard right turn. There will be more hard braking. Then there is another long straightaway going down the backstretch there. And these guys are getting ready to come up on a hairpin here right directly. Very low speeds in that hairpin. If you watch, folks, this is where it gets really interesting up here coming up. The hairpin. Watch the speeds slow down. These guys really get down slow speeds, 72 mile an hour. Very slow. That's a sharp left-hand turn. Rob Reed continues to lead. Trying to break that draft. You wouldn't think draft would be that important here, but it is, let me tell you. And it looks like we may have a challenge for the lead, and it is going to be hard. Breaks it into the turn. Rob Reed comes back on the inside. Rick, I'm not even sure how you say that. Rick. Rob Reed still hanging on to it. Those two are really battling it up right now. Rick Hugh comes back on the outside. He can't get to the inside there to make that pass complete. Now it could be interesting because they're coming up on the hairpin here, folks. This is where, there you go. Now he completes the pass on Rob Reed. Rob goes back to second. Donnie Takinen in third place. JJ fourth. Those guys really sticking together. I think they got a chain tied to each other's bumper there, holding them all together. Emu back here in fifth. Some good racing going on right here, right now. These guys are really turning up the heat. Into turn one, Bill Brown, 21st. Up that hard hill climb right here and through the S, down that long back stretch where they'll reach 170 mile an hour, folks. This is where they really crank up the speed. And then it's hard braking, a hard right turn. They've got to brake before they enter the dog leg. They've got to slow down just a little here. Riku still in the lead. Rob Reed second. Looking back on second place from our leader. That's what a half a second looks like, folks, going into turn one. This is where they hard brake. You'll see tire smoke and not all, man. These guys are really braking it hard. Off into the dirt just a little bit, up the hill, through the S and onto the backstretch where they'll reach 170 mile an hour. Again, these guys doing a great job out here. Keep up the good work there, gentlemen. Johnny Hakinen back here in 7th place. Tony Hagner in 9th place with Miko Nurmi, I believe it is in 10th, right behind him. Off into the dirt. Sharp hairpin turn onto the short chute here before they get to the last turn before we enter the straightaway, the front stretch, excuse me. Great job by these guys. But a ways back to Johnny Bachman in 11th. Started 25th today. Already back up into 11th, I should say. Emu goes into 12th. Karsten 13th. Dave Hill 14th. Lost one position since the beginning of the race. Hans Hansen started 20th up to 15th. Simo started 26th on the field, up to 16th, picked up 10 positions out there already, so a lot of people have fallen back here. Meg Rogan started 24th, up to 17th. Bill Brown started 21st, up to 18th. Jeffrey Price, 23rd starting position, currently running in 19th. Jamo losing a couple positions here after the start. Mark Thompson. And we've got 5 drivers on pit road, folks. Marcus Pappenbrock, Daniel Benefield, which just took his car behind the wall. Jonas Nukanen, he is on pit road. And Mark Melcher on pit road. Well, it took a little while for Riku to get by Rob Reed, but once he did, he's been able to keep Rob back there. A little less than 30 minutes to go. These guys still trying to break the draft. Draft is important, especially down that long straightaway at 170 mile an hour. Draft is highly important. Mark Melcher, let me see if I can find what happened to him here. I'm seeing a lot of off tracks, but I don't. I'm not really seeing anything here that sticks out where it would show that he's done anything. So I really do not know. You know, sorry about that. I'm not seeing anything here. I don't even see where he got an off track. Oh, wait a minute. He pitted on lap 3. Let me go back here. He's on pit road now. Oh, I don't see where he did anything. It could have been something that happened maybe on track that we didn't see. That I do not know. Riku still out in the lead. And Johnny gets by Rob Reed. Rob goes back to 3rd, so they are switching it up. JJ Nylander still hanging on in 4th place. These 4 have been pulled away from the rest of the field by a lot here. Timu in 5th. Sorry about that. I wish I could, to go back, but I could do it the old-fashioned way. But golly, man, I don't. That would be a lot to go back and look at and try to figure out what happened to him. But I mean, that's too bad because Mark, you know, he's a good racer, and I hate to see him finish that far back, but that's the way it goes, I guess. Johnny Heikkinen, 6th place. Miko in 7th. Johnny Bachman, 8th place. Johnny Hagner, not far behind him, in 9th. Duso in 10th place. Well, Riku pulling away, got a 2nd lead over 2nd place, Johnny Takkanen. You know, that's a good question. I really could not tell you whether there's any Germans in here. I think there is, but, you know, that I don't know. I know we did in the last one. There's a lot of Finland club in here. I mean, a lot of Finland club. Looks like pretty much mostly Finland. I would say Finland more than any other club in here. Dave Hill from Canada. Yeah, one heck of a lot of Finns in here. We got a Finn leading. 24, coming to 24 minutes left in this race, and it doesn't look like anybody's going to have anything for Riku. Pit stops, you know, I'm kind of wondering if we are going to see some pit stops here. Somebody might want to come in and freshen up them tires, maybe. I don't know. The car is going to react different with the fuel dropping off, so as the tires get older and the fuel drops off, the car may be a little less manageable on the track. They've got to deal with that. They've got to change as the track changes, as the tire changes. The overcast skies here today, that should help out a lot with grip, and maybe that's a problem too. Maybe it's got too much grip. AJ back here, 2.6 seconds, already starting to fade back a little bit. Emu, 5th place. He's 13.5 seconds behind the leader. Got a lot of guys that have taken it either behind the wall or they are off the track. So Bill Brown, last one out there right now. He's about 3/4 of a lap behind in 21st place. Clear sailing skies up ahead of him, though. Got nobody up there challenging him. Nicholas in 20th. Mark Thompson, 19th. Just ahead of him, Jarno. Passing going on here between Juso and Karsten. Karsten had a run on him and looked like maybe he had got him on the front stretch, and it wound up Juso got back around him and holds on to that position. And they are side by side coming to the line. Oh, almost 3 wide right there, coming down into this sharp right-hander. Karsten going to take that position away from Timu. Well, Johnny Takkanen is Takkanen is starting to close that gap on Riku. He's down to 3/4 of a second behind him now. We may wind up seeing a challenge for the lead here. His tires are starting to wear. Things are changing. We're at the halfway mark of the race. A little past halfway. Lots of racing to go, though, and 21 drivers left out there on the track out of 26. So we've had 5 guys that have either taken it behind the wall or retired from the room here. But that front 4 have definitely pulled away. JJ Nylander, 4th place. They have pulled away by about 12 seconds over 5th place. Lots of shifting going on here today, folks. Lots of shifting. Dave Hill. This is a good pack of cars back here that are battling for position. Hans Hansen in 14th. From the Scandinavia Club. Well, that does kind of fit suit, folks. This is the World Cup. That we've got them from all over the world here tonight racing. Zemo in 15th. Having a good run here today. Back up front, Riku with a close Johnny Takkanen. Has closed that down to 0.4 of a second, so we may see a challenge here, even though Rico's doing really good and holding his own right out there in the front. He's led 10 laps now. After Rob Reed led the first 5 laps, Riku passed him and hasn't looked back since. He's been staying right out there in the lead. Rob drifts back a ways. He's back about 2 seconds from the leader. Feeling that tire fall off badly. Would just love to have a fresh set of rubber on that car. Well, folks, if it's your first time here, please do hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to like the video while you're here. We appreciate that very much. Give it the old thumbs up there under the viewing screen. Karsten still hanging on to 10th with Timu closing in. And Timu coming to pit road. And we've got a few of them coming into pit road here, folks. We got a few of them that are taking advantage of that. That's probably not all a bad thing. New tires on the car is going to make it feel a whole lot different out there on the track. We got a lot of them coming to pit road. Fresh tires and topping off the fuel. Let's see if the leaders ever come to pit road here. I believe they will. I think we're in that window here that they are going to have to come to pit road. They've been out here for 16 laps. Going on 17, and all these drivers would definitely welcome some new tires. Let's see if Riku comes to pit road. Yes, he is. They're all coming in. Except for Rob Reed. Rob's going to stay out there and lead another lap. So pit stops happening here by most of the drivers, folks. We've just got about, I don't know, probably less than half of the field here that have not been to pit road yet, but they will be before this is over. Staying out there just about as long as they can possibly stay out. There is no cautions here. Local cautions only. Reque is away. And now we're waiting to see when Rob Reed is going to bring it to pit road as he comes up on some lap traffic there. That is Nicholas Pigway? Pigute? I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Pigute? Pigwet? Gosh, I'm trying everything that I know. I'm trying to sound it out, but it's just not coming out. But he is about to go a lap down here as Rob Reed is right behind him, our leader. But I have a sneaking suspicion here Rob Reed's going to come to pit road this time by. I think he stayed out there just a little bit long, and I think he wanted to get back up into the lead. He's really slow right now, and the way things are turning out here, Reque is actually closing that gap on him now. He's down to 26 seconds behind him. Let's see if Rob Reed comes to pit road. I think he's out of gas, folks. I think he's out of gas. I think he ran out of fuel. If not, he's pretty close to it. He's coasting down pit road. I think he ran out of fuel. Hopefully he can get that thing refired. Sometimes they don't like to refire easily. Comes to a screeching halt in his pit stall. And he'll be taking 4 tires, full load of fuel, or enough to get him to the end here anyhow, because they've got less than 15 minutes left in this race. Reque does retake the lead as Rob Reed exits pit road. He finally makes it off of pit road. He'll fall back into 4th place now. And everybody has been to pit road now, and Reque's got a 4.2 second lead over Johnny Takinen. JJ Nylander, 3rd. I mean, it's still the same 4 guys up here, but Rob Reed stayed out just a little extra long there, an extra lap, and I do believe he ran out of fuel coming onto pit road because I did not hear the car running. So that cost him dearly in time-wise, and he comes back out on the track in 4th place. Johnny Hakkinen in Heikkinen. I think it's Heikkinen. In 5th place. Mikko Nurmi. Or Nurmi, excuse me. Nurmi in 6th place. Timu back out there at 7th. Johnny Bachman, 8th place. Hurston, 9th, and Johnny Hagner in 10th. That rounds out your top 10 after pit stops have finished up. We've got 12 minutes, 45 seconds left in the race with Reque in the lead by 4.4 seconds. Now the field's really spread out. After pit stops are done, the field is really stretched out. Another one retired from the race, number 74 there of Juso. He has taken his car behind the wall. So that's another one out. That's 6 drivers that have retired from the race. Down to 20 drivers. Nicholas Pigute and Piguet, however you say that, is in 20th position. And our leader, Ricue still in the lead, 4.6 second lead now. He's stretching it out. Them new tires really making a difference on that car, how it feels on the track. Through the hairpin. Well, sorry about that. I mean, I'm not like that up on European names. I'm sorry. You know, I never learned any European languages or anything, so that's my bad. But I'm out here trying to do the best I can. Cut me some slack there, guys. Rob Reed, 4th place. Well, I'm glad you're getting a kick out of it. It's making it awful hard on me, you know. Rob now 14.6 seconds behind the leader, Johnny Hakkinen. Mikko Nurmi in 6th. Those two, they've been around each other for quite a bit. Teammates there, obviously, or, well, they're both from Finland, I should say. Maybe not teammates, but they are both from Finland. And I noticed that all the Finland guys are running pretty much the same paint scheme on their cars. That's really cool. That kind of sets you apart from everybody else. That's pretty cool. Back up front, Ricue, 4.4 second lead. And boy, I'll tell you, he is not looking back. He's saying, man, I got this. We just hope he doesn't make a mistake. He's got 9.5 minutes left in the race. Up the hill and around the S here. Onto the backstretch where they do reach 170 plus. Long backstretch coming down through here and then into a hard right-hand turn. And gets ready to enter the dog leg. Or the boot. The boot, not the dog leg, the boot. Excuse me. We call it the boot. I guess because it's in the shape of a boot. I guess that's the way, if you look at it from the air, it does look like a boot, you know, so. Looks like Italy. There you go, looks like Italy. Looks like a boot. Ricue really doing a great job here. Johnny Hakkinen trying to reel in him, but he's just not having very good luck at it. J.J. Nylander, 3rd place. Rob Reed has fallen to 15.6 seconds back. He's got to be careful, 8 minutes left in this race, that he doesn't fall into the hands here of Johnny Hakkinen. Hakkinen. Out of the hairpin, a little loose coming out of the turn, back in that throttle, maybe a little too quick. Taking it kind of easy now. It looks like he may have backed it out just a little bit right there. Team U in 7th. Well, thank you. Yes, some of them names are pretty hard for me to say. I mean, I'm English, so I'm sorry. I'm doing the best I can. I feel good, man. I told my wife, I said, I guess I had too much coffee. I'm all wound up on caffeine. I'm thinking about going and getting another cup, but I think I've had enough. I do need to lay down. I've got some things I got to do today. So, Karsten in 9th place. Well, I don't want to skip over Johnny Bachman. He's right there with Team U. I'm sorry, my bad. Sorry about that, Johnny. He's having a pretty good run today. 8th place for Bachman after starting 25th. I mean, gosh, it don't get a whole lot better than that unless he brings it to victory lane. If he brought the victory lane, that would be a, wow, that'd be a mind-blowing event right there. Into the hairpin, hard left-hand turn, hard on the brakes. Does a great job, though. He's really staying on Temu's tail. These Corvettes are really awesome to drive, man. They are a lot of fun. I gotta say, it's kind of makes me wish I was out there with them. Just kidding. Riku, first place. He's been out there for 16 laps. He's got less than 5.5 minutes left in this event, folks. Just to remind you, make sure you tune in next Saturday morning. About this time, we'll be live with the actual races here. We'll be covering the 100 laps at Atlanta. And then right after that, we'll be covering apparently we're covering, which I did not know, but we'll be covering the race at Imola, too, with the Corvettes. We'll be on here live next Saturday morning. Make sure you tune in for that right here on MaxSpeedTV, folks. We'll also be up on the iRacing portal. Nylander, 3rd. He's had a great run today after starting 4th. Rob Reed, which was our pole sitter, did turn the fastest lap here and started on the pole. And now finds himself, I don't know whether it was a questionable pit stop that he had there or what. I don't know what, he stayed out one more lap than everybody else did. May have cost him a lot of time on a track because with them guys getting in and off pit road quick and turning much faster lap than he did, he lost some time to them. So I think that's what kind of put him back in 4th place here, because he was up there with Johnny and JJ and Riku. With them 4 of them were having a great battle for the first half of this race, and it was pretty amazing. So down this backstretch into the hard right-hander before entering the boot. And this is the fun part of the track. Down in this boot, this is the fun part. This is not something that we run a lot when you run Watkins Glen, the boot. Most everybody runs just like the Cup course with the bus stop in it. But when you're running the boot, it makes it a lot more interesting, a lot more fun. There's a lot more going on back there on that boot than there is on the regular track, I think, because it's not run as much. Guys have probably less practice on that part of the track. Aikinen back here in 5th. Started 8th today. Miko started 11th, running in 6th. Donnie Bachman started 25th, running in 7th. That's a great finish. He did get around Temu. Temu goes back to 8th. Both Finland drivers. Johnny Hagner, after starting 10th, running in 9th. We do have 2 Temus in here. Okay, my bad. Gosh, I didn't even realize that till just now. Wow, I'm right on top of it. A lack of sleep. Yeah, let's blame it on the lack of sleep. How's that? All right. Let's see if they got one more lap under their belt here. If he can make it around to start finish line. We're probably looking at one more lap here, folks, for Riku. Alatalo? Is that how you say it? Alatalo? No, I am not scheduled to do any of the 24 hours. No, I'm not. And he's coming around, and he'll take the, probably get the white flag here. I'm not really sure. No, he won't get the white flag, but probably somewhere on the backstretch. But this is probably the final lap here for Riku. So he's just got a few more corners to bring it to victory lane here today. And this just being a qualifier, this qualifies him for the main event, which will be next Saturday at Imola, folks. Please make sure you tune in for that. That's going to be an awesome race next week. I can't wait. Johnny Takkanen, second place, and JJ Nylander, third. Rob Reed, our pole sitter, fourth place. This pretty much hasn't changed for the whole race. These guys have been racing it that hard. Great pit stops and all. All right, Riku should get the white flag here any second now, folks. Because I don't believe he's going to make another lap. I think this is going to be it right here. Yep, white flag in the air for Riku. This could be it. Is he going to get the checkered flag? One more turn. And there it is, the checkered flag as he comes out of the turn down the front stretch. Riku will grab the win here today. Congratulations to Riku for the second round here of the qualifiers at Watkins Glen in the Corvettes. Congratulations to Riku. Great race. Great finish. And, of course, I can't interview the guys, and I kind of wish we could, but unfortunately there isn't really a way to do that. So I can't join the room, and way it is. Okay, we'll get a rundown here real quick before we get out of here, folks. I know we've still got guys that are actually finishing the race, so let's give them a couple of more minutes here to actually finish the race, because we may have some changes. Not sure. But Rico will grab the win here today. Johnny Takkanen finishing second. JJ Nylander in third. Rob Reed, our pole sitter, finishes fourth. Johnny Heikkinen, fifth place. Mikko Nurmi, sixth place. Johnny Bachman in seventh place. Timu Valkejarvi, I believe it is, finishing eighth. Johnny Hagner, ninth. Timu Toika in 10th place. Dave Hill finishing 11th. Hans Hansen in 12th. Simo finishing 13th. Bill Brown 14th. Jarno finishing in 15th. Jeffrey Price 16th. Make Rogan in 17th. Mark Thompson finishing 18th. Karsten Wegerhoff in 19th. Nicholas Pugue in 20th. Juso in 21st. Miko 22nd. Daniel Benefield 23rd. Marcus Pappenbrook out of the race early in 24th. Jonas Nukernen in 25th, and Mark Melcher finishing in 26th. We never did find out what happened to Mark, but he was the first one to pit road. I didn't see any damage on his car, so I don't know what happened. Could have been something personal happened or whatever. But anyhow, congratulations to our winner here for round 2 at Watkins Glen, folks. Thanks for watching with me. Thanks for staying up with me, keeping me company. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. And don't forget to be back here next Saturday for the actual races here, and all due to the qualifying here today. So thanks for watching. Don't forget about that, and we will catch you next time. Stay safe and have a good night.